Alright, qualifying at Kyoto. Hopefully the audio is finally working. And let's get some of that brightness out of the back. Alright, go. Okay, let's do this. Let's see, my last time 1:34.594, and the fastest is in the 1:30s. So we'll see how we do. We've got a Ghost loaded, and we're just gonna hop to it. We'll do a couple qualifying laps. I've been working on it. I'm not really happy with my qualifying times. Hello. I'm not happy with the qualifying so far. Give me a shout out if you can hear me, how the audio volume is. Alright, after the qualifying, I'm just going to do a few qualifying laps, and then I'm just going to hop into a race here soon. I have no idea what time the race starts, but you're welcome to hang out or come back and watch the race later. The Ghost in front of me is the second fastest in the world. So don't judge. Also, my fastest lap at 1:34.594. I've been coming in consistently in the 1:36, 1:35 range. And unfortunately, that's going to put me down towards the bottom of the grid. So out of 16 cars, once I do start a race, I might start off position 13, 14. So that's why I'm not really happy, because it doesn't give me much of a chance to get on the podium. If I start off around 5th or 6th at the beginning of the race, I have a chance to get on the podium 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. The blue numbers above my speed, if you're not familiar, when they're blue, it means that I'm going faster than my fastest lap on this qualifying session. So we want to stay blue. It means that it's faster than the fastest lap. The downside is where my video up in the top right is, that's where it shows how fast my laps are. So it usually gives me my lap times there, but because of where that video is placed, I can't see if I'm anywhere near the 1:34 mark. What I do know is that I'm about 5/10 faster than my fastest lap on this qualifying session, so it's all good. That is not good. Just kind of keep an eye on the mark since I can't see. So 1:36.7. That's all right. Again, as long as I'm in the 135s, 136s, then I'm being pretty consistent. Consistency is what's going to help me win a race. When I can do each lap very similar to the last lap over and over and over again, then I can just work on making small tweaks. After this, I'm going to do 2 more laps. There's a drill that I like to do. So it's not for qualifying times, it's actually just to get more familiar with the track limits on the left and right side of the track. So I'm actually going to do drive on the left side of the track for a full lap, and then I'm going to drive on the right side of the track for a full lap. And then I'll drive in the center. And it just helps build familiarity and comfort and confidence, really. So that way when I do race, when I pass, I'll be passing on areas that are outside of my line. So look at that, 136. Doing pretty well. So this one I'm just going to drive on the right side of the track. So I'm a little bit slower, it's okay. I'm just driving out where I wouldn't normally. Like right now I'd be on the left side of the track. And then I'd breeze back over to the right to set up for this next turn. The benefit of that is, again, understanding where the track limits are, how fast I can go at the edge of the track or the right side of the track, but also whenever I go to pass, I'm going to be passing cars that are driving on the race line being the normal fastest line of the course, and so I'm going to be driving either to the right or to the left of them in order to pass them. So if I'm more familiar with that outside portion of the track, it's more likely that I'll stay in control and be able to complete a pass. So again, I'm not worried about time, I'm actually just trying to stay on the track. Alright, so this next lap I'm going to do it on the left-hand side. One thing you might notice is there's like dark marks, and that's normally where all the cars are driving. So right here I'm on kind of a dark strip. That strip just moved out to the right. That's because that's the fastest line, and so the dark strip is where all the rubber from the tires has been put down, because that's where all the cars drive normally on the fastest lap. See, that black strip is going to cut over to the right. That's the fastest line, that's the race line. And you'll be able to see it bob and weave across the track. That's actually the race line. Stay on the left-hand side. I've actually never driven on this part of the course. Racecraft, baby. Racecraft. Raceology. Alright, again, I'm doing the left-hand side of the track. I'm about to complete a lap here. I don't know why that does that. Hopefully it won't do that during a race, because that would really screw me up. I don't know if you could see that on your screen or if everything just went blue, but it just paused the race essentially, or the qualifying. I'm gonna go ahead and complete a full lap and see if that practice drill helped me to increase my times. So far, I'm actually 2/10ths of a second faster than my fastest lap. So the goal, even though the ghost is here, it's not a big deal that I'm not as fast as the ghost. I mean, if I was, I'd be the fastest driver for the week on this course, which I am not. But when I do go to race, I'll be racing with drivers that are have more of a similar time and driver rating as I do. So right now the blue timer indicates that of this qualifying session, this is the fastest lap. So 1:35.9, that's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and I will move on to the race. And we'll see first what time it is. Those are all my stats. I have to back out of here and then I can see what time. So 4:30. So the race is actually going to start in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and enter the race. I'm driving the GR Supra Racing Concept 2018. And so between now and the start of the race is just simply more qualifying. So welcome to hang out. Look at my beautiful face. Or watch me practice qualifying. This one, for whatever reason, when you qualify within the race entry, there's not a ghost. There's not a ghost, so it's just me driving against my own speed. The value of the ghost is it kind of encourages me to push harder because I can see how fast the fastest car was able to go through different lines and different turns. This one's just all me. If I could drop my time to a low 134 or even a 133, then I move up the grid and I have more of a chance of actually getting on the podium or even winning. At a 134.5, I might end up in the middle of the grid. I'm definitely taking this lap easy. This is always.
And we can dance all day around it. If you
always helpful.
want, I'll be there. If you want it, scream and shout it, babe. For I think it's joy. Day and night tomorrow.
See that? Stone cold concentration with a dancing beauty. Buns hooked it up at Cycle Bar today. She came home, she's feeling great. We're hanging out tonight. She's doing what she loves, I'm doing what I love. And life is good. Malachi bought his first car today, brand new, 2021. It's not bad. He worked hard for it, saved his money. We had a plan. I didn't even see what my qualifying time was because I'm over here yapping. I know it wasn't that great. There's actually points around the course where I felt myself lifting off the throttle, where normally I'm, flat out. So there's it's definitely some more speed that I can pick up. So if you are interested in cheering me on, root for me to get a 133. If I can get a 133, puts me closer to that podium spot, okay? Let's get it. Let's get it. The blue timer doesn't mean that I'm almost 2 seconds faster than my fastest time. It means that I'm 2 seconds faster than my fastest lap on this session. So 136.5. Yeah, certainly got more speed on the table. So let's go for a faster time. And we'll do that by just simply being consistent, being smooth. Already picking up speed. We want that blue number above the speedometer to stay blue. It means that we are putting in work and getting the results. This is my least favorite corner right here. It's so slow. I feel like I should be doing so much better. So just checking the time up here. It looks like the race is gonna begin in 4.5 minutes. So expectations for the race itself, again, based on my time, I'll probably be grid around P13, maybe P10. For the week, this particular track, I haven't done too well. I've only raced it twice. So today's the first day that I really felt more comfortable with the track, where I'm not having to think about every single turn really intensely. So consider the first race. My goal is just to stay on course and not make any mistakes. So I want a good qualifying time so I have a good position, but my goal isn't necessarily to win or be the fastest. My goal is to make few mistakes and let the other drivers make mistakes, and if I can pass them when it happens, that's great. So with racing, the way to get the advantage and move up is for the other drivers to be less consistent, make more mistakes, and if they battle each other for position, they typically go offline, they're distracted, and they end up going slower. So, when you start off the race, your starting position is based on your fastest qualifying laps. So everyone in front of me has a faster lap time. So the way to get past them is just to drive my race line and be consistent, minimize the mistakes, and then take advantage of opportunities when those drivers make mistakes. I don't even need to be the fastest driver, which is a good thing because I'm not, clearly. Let's see. 135.7, I'll take it. I'll take a 135.7. It's not my fastest time, but of my consistent laps, it's right on target. Right on target. So looking at the time, it looks like the race, we'll call it the race sequence, is going to start in about 15 seconds. And all that means is there's a lot of loading. So it's going to be a few minutes still before the actual race starts. Alright, so guesses where I qualified. It's going to show me here. 10th. So that's what I thought, maybe between 10th and 13th. So in order to be higher on the grid, I want to be at least like 6th, 7th, or, 4th, 5th, or 6th. I'd have to have a 133.9. 134 flat. So that's really my target. So you can see how tight the qualifying times are. Driver ratings, you'll see B's and C's. I'm a C level driver rating, but I'm also driving with B level drivers. The entry point is an E, and then a D, and then a C. It's pretty difficult to move up the ranks. They make it stringent, and you have to place often. So I think I've won a handful of races, maybe 6, 7, first place, and that helps me move up the ranks. Also, when we think about how do we determine if we did a good job, starting out 10th, I certainly don't expect to be on the podium. I don't expect to win. But if I can finish 8th, 7th, 8th, or 9th, then I'm doing well. If you see the flags there, I see Brazil, US, and Canada. I can't see the ones on the right hand side of the screen because my big head is in the way. Alright, that's a Supra. That red one, got a VW Beetle. There's a WRX, I see a Porsche 911, I see a Lamborghini Huracan. Alright, so I'm gonna stop yapping because I really want to do well. This is an actual race. This is live. So wish me luck. Again, the goal is stay on the track, stay consistent, and maybe even land at 7th, 8th, or 9th. Somebody hit a cone, you can see it flying up in the air. Not bad. We're gonna try not to make mistakes. There is a way to get penalties by running into other vehicles, so we have to be very careful not to do that. I'm gonna shut up now, concentrate. Ordained Dread 14 is showing a 1 second penalty, either for going off track or for contact. And so what that means is there's a zone where it's the penalty zone on the track where it cuts the engine. Yellow flag just means you can't pass. So you can see at top, Ordained Dread 14 slowed down and even went transparent or translucent. is a long turn. It's important on long turns like that not to get impatient and get on the gas too quickly, turn the wheel too quickly. It can really throw off the balance of the car. Same here. I'm not even on the throttle yet. Now I'm getting on the throttle. So we are rounding out the final lap. I feel pretty good so far. I've been able to keep the mistakes to a minimum. I think I've even had some pretty good lap times. And looking at my position, I'm in P8, and that basically just means that I'm not in P10. So Subarctic got a penalty for 1 second, which puts me in P7, and yeah, that was, so we hit the goal. So consistency, we'll be able to soon see the fastest lap. That'll be interesting. No penalties. All these cars with the red dots, that means I had a penalty at some point. I had no penalties. So consistency in driving, took advantage of others' mistakes for sure, and landed at either 7, 8, or 9. That was the goal. So think about it. If I would started at 4th, 5th, or 6th because I had good qualifying time, that really puts me as a contender for 1st, 2nd, or 3rd to end. So I moved up 3 positions. I had a clean race. Clean meaning no penalties. My car looks fly. My race suit looks dope. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Especially considering that that was my 3rd race. My 3rd time doing a race on this track for the week. So each week there's a new set of tracks, and this was that. My best lap, Edwin Quinn, that lap time there, 136.132. It's not the fastest lap that I've had. The fastest lap that I had is a 135.594. All good. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut the feed and then come back onto the feed. So if you're just hanging out and you want to watch, I will be back. I'm just gonna cut it so that the video isn't so long. All right. So I'll be back in like a second.